9/11 victims and their families taking the FBI to court, demanding the names of those who provided support for the terror attacks from inside the U.S. Listen.
We know the documents exist, but are being stymied. We want justice.
The government knows who did it. They know who funded it. It's very painful. Continuous kick in the gut.
We are being re-victimized because our government has not been compliant in forthcoming with these documents.
Families are asking the DOJ to reveal redacted names from investigation memos that could show how high-ranking Saudi officials were involved. Federal attorneys say that this could be a national security risk. But our next guests, they just want the truth. Brett Eagleson's father, Bruce, was killed in the terror attack. He died a hero. We'll hear his story in just a moment from his son. And Tim Froelich was working in the South Tower and injured during the attack. Brett and Tim join us now. So, Brett, you were actually in, I think I mixed that up. Your dad died the hero. I'm sorry about that. Tell me about your experience, because you worked on the 80th floor.
I worked on the 80th floor of the South Tower. When the North Tower was attacked, we elected to start our way down with the hope of leaving the tower. So I had worked my way down to somewhere in the 60s, the low 60s, and just being tired from walking down in the stairwell, I decided to take a break. I went into another company that I certainly wasn't aware of to rest, and that's when the South Tower was attacked. That room that I was in had collapsed. There was a lot of dust and debris, some fire. I was able to come out of that, finish my descent down, and as I just left the building and started walking away, that is when the South Tower behind me at that point collapsed. I got caught in the dust cloud and the debris of that, and in running from the tower, which at that point everyone was doing, getting caught with debris and all that other stuff, I crushed my midfoot and most of my ankle in a fall that I took with some firemen who were trying to help.
Wow. I'm glad you made it out.
Thank you.
Brett,
Thank
your
you so
dad
much.
unfortunately didn't, but he did die a hero. Tell us his story.
Yeah, so we were able to speak to my father on the phone after both planes had hit the towers, and he assured us that he was going to get out of the danger area as soon as he made sure that his office space was cleared. He was only on the 17th floor. And we were told by all of his coworkers that he was actually ascending the stairs to go grab some portable two-way radios to distribute to the FDNY and Port Authority police, and that's unfortunately when the towers fell.
Wow.
But the reason we're here today actually is it's been 20 years on,
right.
And we know that there are documents that our government has which ties in and talks about the Saudi Arabian role in 9/11. And we were in court on Monday, and the DOJ and the FBI are still delaying justice for the 9/11 families, and it's a sick feeling. It's disgusting.
Tim, why are they doing that? Why do you feel like they're protecting the Saudi Arabian individuals
they're
versus
covering
you?
up. And one thing I'd like to say here is that there's never been an indictment or an arrest of anyone for the crime of murder, and that's what occurred here. So, with that being said, I'd like to say that, the FBI is there to help protect us, not be adversarial to us. Yeah. What we'd like to do is, we'd like to get that cooperation. And in essence, the only people that have really been restrained here are the families in not being able to get these documents.
Right.
Where are these individuals that are listed, that their names are redacted?
Well, a lot of them are still walking free in Saudi Arabia. There is a third man. There is a document. It's called the 2012 FBI Summary Report. It is specifically on Saudi Arabia's role in 9/11. It's not about Canada. It's not about China. It's about Saudi Arabia. It's a document that the 9/11 Review Commission did not have the benefit of seeing. It's an investigation that took place in 2012. There is a paragraph there that cites high-level Saudi officials. We're going to call him the third man because nobody knows what his name is, and that guy's still walking free.
All right, well, I hope you get your answers.
Not to interrupt for a second, but the DOJ starts throwing around the idea of state secrets,
right?
And that is another punch in the gut to the families, in a sense, because you start talking about secrets. you're basically hiding something. You're
Well, they're
covering
saying it's
something up.
national security. We did ask them for a statement, and they did not
It's
reply.
been 18 years. You can't look me in the
What would
face
you
and
do
give
with
me a
this
legitimate
information?
reason that there's
What would you
anything to
do?
do with national security. It's been 18 years
Yeah.
on. Give
This
the
information-
American people justice. Give the families justice. Stop taking the side of the Saudis.
We have
We're
a-
Americans.
We have a
lost-
right to pursue justice.
It's unbelievable.
And that's what we're trying
And for
to
them
do.
to stand up in court and the DOJ to stand up in court and say, we're going to invoke state privileges and we're not going to help the American people, what are they doing? What are they scared
I
of?
think you've all been through enough.
What are they
Time
scared
for
of?
some answers. Thank you so much, guys. Please keep us posted on how this works out.
Thank
Thank you for
God
having
bless
us.
you both. Thank you.
Thank you.